It's your boy, and we're back with another Master Duel video. Today it looks like we got a new ban list. I apologize to you guys, it's been a couple of days since I've uploaded. I haven't really uploaded too much this week, but I've just been a little bit busy, so hopefully we get back into the swing of things here. But get treated with something nice here. We got a pretty late ban list. I didn't think we were going to be getting a ban list for next month, but it seems like on the last day of the month we get something new to enjoy. So hopefully this changes quite a bit, honestly, because right now the format is just kind of rough, truthfully. The power creep's getting pretty crazy, but you know, can't hope for nothing too much, honestly, but we'll see. I'd like to see some more Malice hits. I'd like to see an actual ban in Malice. That would be nice. I'd like to see Ryzeal get hit in some way. It'd probably be good to see the banning of the rank 4 that gets into the Mitsurugi engine easily. Can't remember what it's called for the life of me, but generic rank 4 just searches your Mitsurugi starter, just makes that card way too accessible, but or that engine way too accessible. Let's go ahead and get into it and see what we got. Ooh, we have so many bans. Let's get into it. Holy crap. Okay. Appaloosa getting banned. That's crazy. That's crazy. It needs to happen. It needs to happen. Decks and boards are just out of control, truthfully. Decks are, whenever most of these decks go full combo, they just make such an oppressive board that it feels impossible a lot of times to even be able to play into them. So even though I have an all art Appaloosa, it needs to go. It needs to go. So I'm glad to see that. Ouroboros is just a toxic card. Let's read it. Once per turn, you can detach one material from this card, then activate one of these effects. Each effect can only be used once while this card is face up on the field. Target one card your opponent controls, return that card to the hand, send one random card from your opponent's hand to the graveyard, and target one card in your opponent's graveyard and banish that target. It's an extremely toxic card. You can probably, once per turn, yeah, if you can make multiple of these, you can just continue hand ripping your opponent. Pretty degenerate card, truthfully. Anti-spell fragrance going from 1 to banned. Never really should have just went to 1. It should have gotten banned. It just should have gotten banned. Mjolnir, an insane card to have been not on the ban list this entire time. This should have been on. This should have went on the ban list along with Scythe, honestly. If it's summoned, just locks your opponent out of special summoning. Very, very, very strong card. Basically facilitates an FTK. Oh, that's all the bans. That's all the bans. I would have liked to have seen Skill Drain as well. With antis, I mean, honestly, I would have liked to have seen all the Floodgate trap, continuous traps, along with anti-spell fragrance. You know, 1 for 1, or there can only be one. I mean, Skill Drain, of course, like I just said, goes a match. You know, all those nasty cards really should have gotten banned. But you know, this is a step in the right direction. This really is. But let's go ahead and see what else is going to be getting hit here. Hopefully, we see some more hits. 4 cards to be hit. Hopefully, it's 4 cards. I mean, we technically got 5 for the bans here, but one of them's the same card. because of its all art. So we'll see. We'll see. It's good to keep in mind, honestly. I think that might be the first all art ban in the game, truthfully. Let's see what we got here. Going to 1. 3 ultra rares going to 1. Interesting. A super rare going to 1. 2 of them were semi-limited going to 1. Whoo! Oh, holy crap! Oh. Okay, alright. A lot going on. A lot going on. Sword Ryzeal and X Ryzeal going to 1. Okay. Honestly, when it comes to Ryzeal, the only thing that I could see getting like outright banned without like completely kind of destroying, in quotes, the deck are non-actual engine cards, non-archetypal cards, truthfully. Like Aggregator, I could see that getting banned. These cards that search your Ryzeal cards, the what are they called? The Tachyon cards could get banned, but like that hits Tachyon for like no real reason. So really would rather not see those get banned, just to keep, just to not touch Tachyon for reasons that aren't its own. So seeing limits to the Ryzeal cards is fantastic. This basically just means that you're really looking for Ice Ryzeal most of the time. That is crazy. With Sword Ryzeal, X Ryzeal, and Bonfire all at one, that really hurts the consistency of Ryzeal a lot. We'll talk about Called by the Grave here in a second, but Chessy Cat going from 3 to 1. I'm gonna be real. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. It doesn't. It should have gotten banned. It should have gotten banned. Let me tell you why. The Cyberse archetype is insane. Just in general. There's so many generic Cyberse cards that are able to get to essentially any Cyberse card. Does it make players want to construct a little away from just pure Malice cards and using other Cyberse cards to keep the consistency? Yeah. But I mean, heck, the Malice deck that I had crafted or gotten together, I haven't even played it on ladder at all. I mean, I just don't play Malice, but I do like to deck build a lot. And I mean, there's like it's so easy to get to your Malice cards without having to play more than one Chessy Cat. I was still playing one Chessy Cat, so it's not enough. It's not enough. I felt like a banning of Chessy Cat was actually a good idea, because that just prevents them from getting the draw to period, and it gets rid of one of the names. Just one less special summon for them, which is nice. Truthfully, honestly, if you really want to hit Malice but keep it alive, you probably ban Red Ransom. Honestly, you probably ban Red Ransom, because Red Ransom just does so much for the deck. It just helps extend so much further. But it's not like 100% necessary, truthfully, if you want to continue doing your Malice things. It would make it get hurt so much more. It would make Splash Mage just not quite as effective, truthfully. I mean, you could go into white binder, but like, what does that really do for you? Not a whole lot most of the time. Yeah, I think Chessy Cat getting banned or Red Ransom getting banned. Honestly, if you really want to hurt the deck, like I said, you get Red Ransom, but it's just not going to happen probably for a while. But that kind of saddens me a bit, truthfully, because it's just not enough. It's just not enough. Really, this has just been a ban list that mainly hurts Ryzeal, and yeah, you can't go into Appaloosa anymore in Malice, but like, does it really matter anymore? Like, it doesn't. Like, Appaloosa was just like the cherry on top. Truthfully, it was just the cherry on top. Now that we have the new Omni Negate decoder or whatever it is, I don't really remember. Like I said, I don't play Malice. I haven't really been playing Master Duel very much lately. Called by the Grave to 1. I'm gonna be straight up about this. This might be a controversial take, but like, there are like 2 factors that make me not be as much of a fan of this. With Max C still being unlimited in the game, I'm not cool with this. Bro, look, I get it. Max C doesn't resolve most of the time in a typical game because there are so many outs to Max C. But Lord have mercy, we do not need less outs to Max C. I'm gonna be straight up. I would be cool with this, really, if Max C got banned. Straight up. But I'm just more games where Max C resolves and just basically ends games by itself. Like, I don't know about that. I don't know about that. I mean, it's not banned, but like, that's rough. That's rough. I mean, I guess it is what it is. One positive to this is that's just one less staple, staple that you're playing in every single deck. That just frees up one card in your deck that you're not playing in every single deck. That gives you a little bit more variation in your deck building. Because, I mean, in every deck, you're basically playing your 2 Max C, 3 Ash Blossom, 2 Called by the Grave, and Crossout Designator. Every single deck. You're just playing those cards in every single deck. There's no reason not to play those whatsoever. You need to be playing Max C. It's the best hand trap in the game, and you need to play all the outs to Max C. And even Droll a lot of times, too. Because Droll's relevant. And on top of the fact that it can help stop Max C. If your deck doesn't worry about getting Drolled, then you're probably playing Droll to give you even more outs to Max C. Just mixed feelings so far. Mixed feelings. I mean, for the most part, this ban list is extremely good. I'm just like very, very unhappy with the Malice hit here. So let's see. 1 card to be semi-limited. Something going to 2. From 3 to 2, another hit. A super rare. Let's see what it is. Droll and Lockbird. Going to 2. Okay. All right, this is huge. Honestly, we need to see more hits like this. Truthfully, if you've watched my last Yu-Gi-Oh video, I was talking about the current situation in the format, and lingering effects gotta go. Honestly, these card effects that lingering effects, floodgates. This goes right in line with Anti-Spell Fragrance and Mjolnir. These cards gotta go, man. Like, these cards that demand an out right then, otherwise you don't play the game type of cards, are just stupid. Straight up, they end games by themselves. And Yu-Gi-Oh is a game that is healthy and fun, or is the most healthy and the most fun, when two things are happening in the game. One, the most important one, is interaction, is both players being able to sling cards at each other. If one player is able to just activate a card like Maxi, that just says, if you can't out this, especially right now, because after it resolves, it doesn't matter if you like Pot of Greed yourself or whatever and then get the out. It's already resolved, so that would be what a lingering effect is. It just applies for the rest of the turn, and there's nothing you can do about it. I guess, if it's Droll and Lockbird specifically, you can't really Pot of Greed, but you see what I mean. You can't, get the out later. It's already applied. You're done. You can't do anything. Man, it just makes the Called by the Grave situation feel worse, truthfully. But I mean, like I said, it's a step in the right direction. I would like to see Droll get banned. I would like to see Maxi get banned. Fuelos get banned. Lancia get banned. All these, especially hand traps that just say you can't do this part of Yu-Gi-Oh anymore for the rest of the turn type cards, is stupid. Especially since they're not very universal, and it feels very bad in Master Duel specifically. There's no side decking in Master Duel. You just gotta play these cards. You pretty much have to be playing Droll, especially with the Mitsurugi thing going on now. It's going to be really common for your opponent to be searching cards out consistently, so it's just and on top of Droll stopping Maxi, just Droll feels really good right now. But it's one of those cards that are just they don't really apply to every single deck, like Lancia. Lancia is really good against Malice, but I mean, it doesn't do very much against very many other decks. Orcust, it hits Orcust really well, so I mean, it has more applicability in the format right now. But it just feels bad when you have these when you basically have to be playing these super powerful hand traps because these super powerful decks, and this goes back to Appaloosa. Why Appaloosa is such a great hit is they're making such strong end boards that you have to be playing these hand traps, or you're not really playing the game. So this isn't solving the format at all. The format's really going to be in a very similar place, truthfully. Honestly, if anything, you're going to see probably more Mitsurugi, just pure Mitsurugi. Probably just less Ryzeal overall, maybe. It probably doesn't hurt Ryzeal overall in general, just makes Ryzeal less consistent. But if you're playing Mitsurugi Ryzeal, does it really matter too much? Probably not. You're just probably playing more Mitsurugi engine. I mean, Malice is basically untouched. I mean, yeah, Appaloosa's banned, but like it doesn't really matter. Like I was talking about earlier. So Malice is still the top deck right now, by far. It's not. They don't even like nothing even holds a candle to Malice right now. Ryzeal was relatively close, still like a solid underdog when it comes to competing for the top deck in the format. But yeah, Malice is still the best. Malice is still the best. Getting some unlimits here. 2 cards to be unlimited. Thank God. Something other than a hit. Because so far, everything's just been a hit. Yeah. Everything going down. 2 cards. Let's see. What we getting here? 2 normals. Going from 2 to 3. That's interesting. That's interesting. What could that be? Nothing that I could think of right off the top of my head. Everything so far has been super rares and ultra rares. Is it really going to be that impactful? Oh, the Labyrinth cards. I mean, you know, this is fine. This is completely fine. I mean, for the Labyrinth players, this is really solid. Yeah, this is fine. Labyrinth overall is if you play Labyrinth, you understand. Labyrinth feels like either the most OP deck or one of the crappiest decks, depending on the hand, depending how things go. You know what I mean? I guess you could probably say that about a lot of decks in Yu-Gi-Oh, but like either they do a whole lot of nothing and you're playing against them and you're like, wow, this deck kind of sucks. And you just run them over with like almost no problems, no real competition, or they're like hand ripping you while you're trying to play the game. On your turn, you're going first. You win the coin toss, and they got the nuts. They just got the nuts. So I mean, this is good. This is good. I like to see this. I would have liked to see a couple more unlimits, honestly, but you know, I feel like I say that like every ban list. I really do. But I mean, at least we're seeing more cards coming off the ban list that don't deserve to be on the ban list right now, so that's nice. But everything so far is pretty solid. Pretty solid, I would say. This is a really good ban list. Again, the only thing I am dissatisfied with is the Malice hit. I feel like the Malice hit was literally nothing. Literally nothing. But again, we are moving in the right direction. We are moving in the right direction. Hopefully, Konami sees. Hopefully, the community praises Konami for these changes, honestly, overall. And hopefully Konami sees that and takes that and then continues to move in that direction. This isn't like the TCG ban list that we got probably just like a week ago. I don't really remember. But it was fantastic. It hit almost like there's probably not really hitting any floodgates except, for all floodgates except for doing a few ban lists. Because here's the thing. I understand this is some people's argument against it. That argument is stupid. Honestly. If the only thing that makes it not quite as stupid is in the TCG ban lists are just not frequent enough to make that argument irrelevant. But you try to ban all the floodgates, the argument is, well, players are just going to find more floodgates. We'll ban them. That's it. Like, eventually they're going to run out. And the more and more floodgates that other people turn to, the worse and worse that they end up being. People are going to try to find the most optimal floodgate every single time, the most effective, and the more of them that you ban, the less and less optimal that they end up being. The less that they're going to do, and at some point players are just going to be completely de-incentivized to be playing any floodgates at all, because they just won't be doing enough, and thank God for that. But like I said, really solid ban list. I hope that Konami takes this and continues moving forward with it, and we'll see what happens on the next ban list. But we're going to be getting back quite a few ultra rares from this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 ultra rares. Not bad, not bad. All right, well, that's going to be it for the video, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, if you enjoyed the video. And I will see you guys next time. Later.